this scene is really great because, you know, this is the first moment where we really get to see Rhaenyra being praised as the queen. And remember last time we saw him holding, I believe it was this same crown, he was putting it on his brother Viserys' face. And now finally his brother has died, and I feel like this look on his face is this so close yet so far. He's always close enough to touch the throne. He's close enough to put the throne on the head of the ruler, but he will never be king. And it's like he's just finally accepting that. If we remember in, I think around episode 3 or 4, when he had moved to, where did he move to? I can't remember the place, but it was across the Narrow Sea. He moved there and he was a scholar and he was just reading in the libraries. He was obsessing over, you know, the histories of Westeros and the leadership of Westeros. He was obsessing over his ancestors and their position in power. And he just has, I think his whole purpose or his whole mission is about his obsession with leadership and being the king, but just kind of like having to accept that he will never be that. And that's one of the painful things for him. And it's so funny because he has a lot of parallels with Aemon Targaryen, Aegon's brother, who also, you know, if you remember in the last episode, what's his name? Sir Kristen Cole told Aemon, you know, I know what it's like to pine for something that other men are so freely given. He said something along those lines, and we see parallels between the two characters where they both are second sons. They will never have the throne. They'll never possess the throne. Yet in their view, they possess all that is needed to actually rule. So it's an interesting dynamic there. So, you know, in this moment, we see him for the first time. He's holding on to this throne. This is, you know, his one opportunity, but he looks at the throne, he looks at his desire. But when he looks at the crowd, they're not there for him. They're not standing there looking at him. They're standing there for the queen. And obviously, you are not a leader if you don't have followers. No matter what, no one's going to follow Daemon Targaryen. Even if he killed his wife, no one's following him. So it's this level of acceptance that he will never get this throne. But hey, he turns around and it's his wife. So it's almost like you love her, but you hate her at the same time. It's this sort of like very interesting dynamic there. He has to love her. This is the woman that he was destined to be with. He loves her with all his heart. But at the same time, he hates that she gets to live out his dreams and he gets to be a backseat driver.